Hey everybody, this is D Hunter bringing another action figure review. Today we're going to be looking at the McFarlane Mortal Kombat 11 paint variation bloodied up Sub-Zero action figure. I got my figure from Amazon.com. I pre-ordered them, the whole lot of 4 when they first dropped them, and they arrived today. I've also seen this Sub-Zero at Target. This is, I believe, the 3rd variation of Sub-Zero we've gotten, and there's at least one more to come. So let's go ahead and check out the packaging here. As you can see at the top, ages 14 plus, McFarlane Toys, got the Spawn logo there, Mortal Kombat. The bottom, here's Sub-Zero from the game, Sub-Zero, frozen over. Here he is in the package. He's got the teal colors, blood all over him. He's got some orange and transparent axes as well as a skull. On one side here, I've got the figure posed up. Other side simply says Mortal Kombat. At the bottom there is a barcode as well as some credits in case that helps anybody, and then on the back here he is ready to go. So no further ado, let's open him up. And this guy came in a huge haul I got today. I guess bloodied up is the theme. All 4 of the Mortal Kombat figures are bloody paint variations. The AEW wrestling figures are bloodied up paint variations. The Batman and Joker 2-pack are muddied up, tightened battle damage pack. And the Flashpoint Batman is just regular. Alright, now that we got this figure out of the package, here he is with all of his accessories laid out. This is the frozen over, teal, bloodied up paint variation of Sub-Zero. He comes with a display stand, 2 transparent axes, and a transparent skull. But before we look at the accessories, let's check out the actual figure. So like I said before, this is the 3rd variation of Sub-Zero. We have the standard blue version. We've got a completely transparent frozen version. And now we've got the teal version. There's also an upcoming purple version. So let's check him out. Here he is, a ninja from Mortal Kombat, looking great. Got kind of an orange mask on him. A little headband off the back. Teal outfit, different than the usual blue. It's got blood on the front, a little bit on the shoulder, a little bit on the chest underneath. It's looking pretty cool. More blood on his leg, some blood on his hand. Looks like double jointed elbows, double jointed knees. Overall, he's looking very cool. I think I'm going to use these Sub-Zeros as a squad of elite ninjas working for Ra's al Ghul, as well as in my Mortal Kombat collection. He's got a bunch of knives permanently attached all over his belt. It'd be cool if they're removable, but not really necessary. I see they're a little bit warped on the back here. Got some more on his ankle. A lot of different detail, wrinkles on his pants and clothing. Pretty nice figure so far. Now let's check out his accessories, and let's start off with the boring stuff. So he comes with this display stand. It's a black perfect circle. Has the Mortal Kombat logo at the bottom. It's got 1 peg for the peg hole on his feet. It's very thin, very basic. Now let's check out his skull. This is a skull with the spinal column attached. It's casted in transparent plastic, transparent orange on the top, and red on the bottom. You can see all the different bones sticking out on the back. The detailing is very nice. The transparent orange looks really cool. You can see the sunken in eyes, the nose, the mouth and teeth. Really liking that effect. And then it has a lot of detail on the spine as well. Here it is next to the other variations of the skull that have been released, with the other variations of Sub-Zero. Here he is, proudly holding the skull after a long, bloody victory. Now let's look at his axes. These are also casted in semi-transparent plastic. They appear to be the same sculpt, but are casted a little bit differently. You can see the one on the right appears to be a little bit more transparent, and the one on the left, a little bit more of an orange tint to it. Like I said before, pretty sure they're the same sculpt. The coloring is a little bit different. The detailing is very nice. A worthy addition to the accessories. And here's this axe next to the other 2 axe variations. Here he is, holding the 2 axes, and here he is, running and swinging the axes. Now that we've taken a pretty good look at both the figure and his accessories, now let's check out his height. From bottom to top, he's sitting at about 7.1 inches tall, which is going to translate to about 18 centimeters. Now let's check out his articulation. Starting with his head here, of course, it can rotate from side to side. His articulation sort of at the base of the neck. His neck and head is one solid piece. I'm not super fond of that. It can go up and down quite a bit. Not too bad there. You've got this sort of plastic piece here, and I feel like it's supposed to be sort of tucked in there, but you can pull it out to sort of increase the range of motion. Shoulders on a ball joint, they can go out considerably more than 90 degrees. Very nice. Up, down, around, all that good stuff. He does have a butterfly joint between his shoulder and chest, just increasing the range of motion with his shoulders. Got a bicep cut below that. He's got some double jointed elbows below that. They only go in about this far, a little bit obstructed from his forearm armor here. His wrists have a ball there, they can rotate, and they're going to be hinged as well. Now, it's a little bit hard to see what's going on in his torso. He's got one ball joint, I believe here. You can sort of see the cut inside there, but you can't really get too much out of it. You can only really sort of get articulation from the second ball joint down there, which can rotate around and also go forward and back. Not certain if there's actual articulation in this sort of cut up here. I'm assuming there is, but it's almost useless. His legs can go about this far. Not a ball joint, but a similar type concept. They can rotate just a little bit there. Forward, about that far. Back, not too much. Double jointed knees below that. They can go back about that far. And his ankles here, there's a ball. Go forward and back. It can rotate, and it can tilt and rock as well. Then there's toe articulation. Now let's check him out, compared with some other action figures, starting off with some other Mortal Kombat figures. Here he is, next to the rest of this wave of bloodied up paint variations. Here he is, next to the original blue version of Sub-Zero, and I must say, I prefer the original version to the teal repaint, but they're both pretty nice. Then, here are all three different versions of the McFarlane Sub-Zero. On the left, we got the original version. In the middle, the teal frozen over bloody repaint. And on the right is a completely frozen GameStop exclusive version. Like I said before, there is a purple version upcoming, and he looks really nice. Here he is, next to all the different versions of Scorpion they've made so far. And I believe there's a fourth upcoming. I like using these Scorpions as an elite team of ninjas. The same thing I'm going to use these Sub-Zero figures for. And here he is, next to the entire McFarlane Mortal Kombat collection. I believe I have all of the different variations they've made so far. And they've given us a ton of new stuff to look forward to. And here he is, next to a Mezco Mortal Kombat 10 Katana figure. This is a beautiful figure, but she's way too small. Now let's look at him, compared with some other ninja action figures. Here he is, with some DC Direct Dark Archer figures from Arrow. Then, next to a couple of DC Direct Mask of Tengu Batman figures from Nightfall. Then, next to a couple of Gen U figures from Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. And here he is, next to some Mafex, Ra's al Ghul, League of Shadows members from Batman Begins. Then, next to a couple of Hasbro Ronin figures from Avengers Endgame. And finally, next to a couple of Hasbro G.I. Joe Classified Red Ninjas. And now let's check him out, compared with some action figures from different various companies, to see how he fits in both scale and style-wise, in case you want to know which lines you can mix him with. Here he is, with some of his McFarlane Toys brothers. In front of you are 5 different action figure lines, all from McFarlane Toys, all 7-inch scale. And here he is, next to some DST or Diamond Select toys. Then, next to some DC Direct and DC Collectibles figures. And here he is, next to some NECA figures. Then, next to some Mattel wrestling figures. And here he is, next to some Mezco 1/12 cloth soft goods action figures. Then, next to some Mattel DC Universe Classics and Multiverse figures. And here, with some Mafex figures. Then with some Hasbro Marvel Legends. And here he is next to some SH Figure Arts action figures. And finally, here he is next to some Jazzwares Fortnite figures. So overall, this is a pretty nice figure. He looks cool, he moves pretty good, his accessories are quite nice. I will say I do prefer the original blue version of Sub-Zero to this guy, but he's a worthy variant. I'm looking very forward to getting the purple one next month. So overall, if I had to rate this guy, I'd give him a 7 out of 10. It's a good figure. He's going to make a great Mortal Kombat variant and a great ninja in my action figure world. So this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say about the video, add it to the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate when you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll talk to you guys real soon.